It's Viviana and welcome back to my darkroom. I'm so stoked for this next video. It's the first video of 2026 here in my home darkroom. And instead of making silver gelatin prints, I want to use up my very expired photo paper. I mean, I have boxes from the 70s, 80s, and the early 2000s that was just given to me. Whenever I buy or am given old darkroom equipment, people give me their photo paper, which most of the time will not be good to use for silver gelatin prints, but they will work perfectly for lumen prints. And if this is your first time here, welcome. This is my home darkroom. I'm a film photographer and I absolutely love creating photographs this old school way in this magical darkroom and sharing the process with you guys. And if you have been here before, thank you so much for joining me once again. I hope that you will stay and make some lumen prints with me. I made lumen prints a couple months ago and I had a great time. I learned a lot because the last time I had made lumen prints was back in college in like 2011. So I had forgotten a lot on how to make lumen prints. I remembered the bare minimum, the basics, and after so many tries, I know exactly what I want and how to achieve it. So in this video, I'm going to share that with you guys. And what brought this all to be was just a couple of days ago, I sold some lumen prints, and while I was packaging them, I was just in love with my lumen prints. I think they're really cool, and it is a great change because I'm a black and white film photographer, and I feel like they're both, when I create silver gelatin prints and lumen prints, they're so drastically different, and I'm just really in this mood to make lumen prints. I, of course, had a different idea. For weeks, I was planning a different video and creating different art, but due to the weather, it's really sunny right now, even though it's cold. I do live in central Mexico in San Miguel de Allende, Guanajuato. So it is getting colder. It does feel like it's wintertime, but in the middle of the day, it's so hot and it's been really sunny. So if you know anything about lumen prints, you know the most important things that you will need for lumen prints is expired photo paper and the sunlight. Of course, you don't need the sunlight. You can get lighting a different way, but I like using the sunlight. So that's what I'm going to do. And throughout the video, I will share with you how to make lumen prints, what you need to make lumen prints. And as I'm talking right now, I'll add a photo of a lumen print that I've made so you get an idea of what I'm talking about. Before I forget, all of this is coming to be because I want to make it into a zine. I have been talking for a while that I want to create a new zine, and I think making one of just lumen prints and the different styles of lumen prints, I think that will make it really cool. So instead of just talking here in my darkroom, let's get started and we will talk as I go on. Also, this might be a little different from my regular videos. I think this will be more like of a vlog, but it will be slightly different. Normally, my YouTube videos are always like from one day printing, and this one's gonna be slightly different. I'm not sure what to expect, but I'm so stoked to document the whole process and just share it with you. So let's get started. I'll stop talking for sure now, and I'll tell you what I'm doing as I'm doing it. So let's get started. Thank you again for being here with me. It truly means a lot. I love it. Truly do. Thank you. I want to play around with these again. Now, what I did was, these are photographs of mine. This is a self-portrait of mine that I took with my Rolleiflex T, and I'm going to incorporate this onto my lumen prints. And I love this effect. I think it's great to incorporate my film photography to this alternative process photography. It's a great combination. And I printed this onto transfer film paper. So it was printed on using my inkjet printer on transfer paper. And I love that I can reuse this on and on, because originally I bought this transfer film for when I made transfer lifts. And doing a transfer lifts, I lose the image, so I cannot reuse it, but I can here. And so this will be one photo. I have another self-portrait I will reuse. Another self-portrait. This was shot in 2012 using my 35mm when I still shot 35mm film. As well as this one, 2012 self-portrait shot in Big Sur. And I love it. So let's get started, you guys. Now what is left on the list will be to get some flowers. Okay, so we're in my backyard. I unfortunately do not have many flowers back here. I have roses, but at the moment, it looks like I only have one rose about to bloom. And I might use it, I might not. I do remember in the last videos, last time I was trying to make lumen prints, the roses weren't as awesome as I thought they would be. So I might hold off on the rose. But for now, I'm just gonna see what I can get from my backyard. Most likely it'll just be leaves and maybe citrus. I might get a orange. I saw someone on YouTube, I already forget who it was. This was a couple months ago. They used citrus and I thought that was pretty cool. So I might give it a go. And right now my oranges are still super sour. They're not really great. So I might give that a go. I do not want to use my Meyer lemons because those taste really good and I don't want to use them up for lumen prints. I'd rather enjoy them myself. I love that it kind of reminds me of like kelp, like the kelp forest. It could be kind of cool. I'm happy with what I have so far. I am bummed out that I don't have more flowers to work with. But I think for that I'll go to my mom's house. She has tons of flowers in her garden right now. So I'll get flowers from her house later on. But with what I have now, I think it's good. I think it's good. I think it's a good start for sure. And the only bummer with making lumen prints in my darkroom, also, let me clarify, you do not need a darkroom to make lumen prints, but I make them in my darkroom, is that I will make a huge mess in my darkroom with all these plants, but that's okay. That's okay. I know it will happen and it just will be. I will save the citrus for later on. I think the last lumens that I will make today. I'll start off easier with what I have in this arm. And let's get started. Oh my God, this is the best part. Forming your image. Yes, let's go. This is the paper I'm going to make all of the first batch of lumens. So I want to really register everything perfectly this time around because I'm going to make a zine. I also want to document it and share it in the zine. So this is the paper I will be using. And since I have the lights on in my darkroom right now, I'm not going to take out the paper. But the way you make a lumen print is, for example, let me get a white piece of paper, pretending, let's pretend that this is photo paper. Let's pretend that I'm doing this in the dark. So if I were using safe lights, I would open this box of paper and put it here, and then I would place this transfer film. This is the photo I want to show. Now, this is the fun part, is framing everything around it. I will just play around with it and see what feels right. And this is what I mean about the mess. I'm going to make a big mess in my darkroom. It's going, but it's okay. She wrote you a letter so you wouldn't forget her. Wish I could care less. It isn't
as it bends, folds at the edges, I'm out of my hand. Say that we're fine and all, 'cause we are, but where's that confidence? For someone who finds it hard to remember, where's that common sense?
back in the darkroom. I have my lumen prints right here, and what we're about to do is complete the lumen prints. So until now, if you've been here with me, you've seen that I created the lumen prints using flowers, the sunlight, and transfer film. That way I was able to incorporate my photography, which I think is awesome. I love doing that. And I now need to complete making the lumen prints, and by doing that is putting them in the fixer. And like always, since we're getting to the end of the video, I just want to say thank you so much for being here with me, for just letting me share my art, my space, and share my time with you. Like, that's just awesome. I love it. I did say that I was gonna be more of a vlog and just share more with you guys, but honestly, I didn't. I, well, I feel like a lot of it was kind of boring since it was all about organizing myself. I did that with my artwork. I made an inventory sheet, a new one, and this all was thanks to that sale I had in January, and also why I made lumen prints. I sold some lumen prints and silver gelatin print, and it just inspired me to create more lumen prints and a new project, the zine, that's been in my mind for a while now. So the way I had to organize myself was going through my shops and seeing how many copies I had of each print, and when I found out how many prints I had, how many copies, seeing if they all were spotted or if it needed to be spotted. And it was just a great way to make a clean inventory, a set one. And it had been a really long time since I had done that. So it was very, very needed. And all of that was super boring. And I'm still learning the process of it because that also entailed maybe changing the edition numbers and my pricing. And I, for a long time, have been debating about making smaller editions, and also have to check how much the materials have increased this year. I need to do also an inventory on my paper, what I have and how much I need and the cost. So all of that, it was just so much information and it was all really boring. So I didn't record, but all of that got me to this moment, which is very exciting, making the lumen prints. And I'm really grateful for that sale. It's so much fun, and I'm going to share that with you. I did record some of it. I love packing my artwork, and I try to make it very personal, and I documented a little bit, and also going into town and mailing it out. So I will actually share that with you right now as I set up the darkroom and get the fixer ready, and then I'll see you guys once again, seeing how these lumen prints transform with the fixer. And I think I will just say goodbye now, slowly. Let's together see what these lumen prints look like. I'm hoping for something really beautiful, glowy, and special. So let's hope I got that. So let me bring you back to the day that I was packing the order that I had in January and mailing it out. And I get to share with you the beautiful town I live in. So let's do just that. I know I promised you a different clip right now, but I just really want to take the time to just shortly mention that I have also started on my on my New Year's resolution list. Starting off with, if you did not notice, my new system here on organizing myself and the work I do in my darkroom. And I mentioned before that I'm really, really good at ignoring notes that I leave behind regarding my chemistry, dates, and such. So this is going to help me with that. I'm super excited about it. And I already have a list here on what I want to print next. And I'm super excited about that because that's going to be the next video. And it's all about 2 prints that I want to reprint. And this time around, it's going to be a different size. It's going to be 16 by 20 fiber-based paper because I still have some left. And I think these will be ideal for that. And these were taken back in 2019 in Jordan and in Egypt. And let me just tell you, I had the best time. I went with my husband, and whenever we travel, we always have the best experiences, and I'm so grateful for that. And I'll tell you more on the whole trip, my memories, and the photos that I took in that video, but I'm so happy with the system. It's in my face. It's going to be there, and I cannot ignore it. So let's see if future me actually listens to the list. So I did that. And I also put some new reject photos onto the reject wall. Since I was going through all of my photographs in my archival boxes, there were some photos that were not up to my liking, up to that standard of like being able to be displayed and or sold. So they're on my wall. So you might see new photographs. Okay, I am done talking now, for sure. I'm going to play my music, get the fixer going, and while I do that, like I promised, I'll share with you behind the scenes of packaging an order and mailing it out. Okay, thank you again for being here with me. Let's resume.
They tell me how it should feel till I live it, it's ideal. Time flies by only alone. Now just photos on my phone.